Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Michael and thank you for tuning in. This is going to be yet another unedited, on the fly, no script, just talking about whatever shit I want to talk about vlog. so first of all, I've been kind of slacking about posting once a week, but I mean, it's just like, I swear, my Q1 has been all about health and fitness, right? And like, I have started doing some other stuff. I started going through free code camps, full stack developer curriculum, the new curriculum that they just announced, I believe, late last year, and they still don't even have like the exams. It starts with HTML. I was through that. I'm currently through going about maybe halfway, a little bit more than halfway through a massive CSS section. So, I mean, I'm doing this just to, brush me up, brush up on fundamentals of coding. I don't know why I just do. Another thing I did was I resubscribed to ZTM. Andre was doing some kind of a special going on because of its year anniversary or something. And so, like, I signed up for a year or something. It was like $200 and something. So, I kind of miss ZTM. There's like, Scrimba was good, but I don't know. I'm not really digging the way it's going right now. Whereas ETM is good. They always put out new videos and stuff, and they really try to keep abreast. They've got a wide variety of topics, way more than Scrimba has. I mean, Scrimba's whole thing is the Scrim interface, which is decent, sure, but anyway. So I have done that. I've been reading regularly. Today I finally finished 4,000 Weeks. I already put it up. I think it's behind there if you can see it. Nope. Wait. Anyway, just finished reading 4,000 Weeks, which is good. Less of really like, productivity advice and more like, hey, you don't have much time left. Try to enjoy it and make the most of it and not try to chase productivity stuff. And I'm like, okay. Well, speaking of which, you see my nice new, I have my microphone in the frame now, which is kind of neat. And I need to do this a little bit better. Sorry about the thing. I still got crazy lens flare going on. All right. So anyway, so this Q1's really been all about health and exercise. Just recently, let's see, I started with Burn the Fat, continued with that for a while, doing okay losing. It's not linear. I have good weeks or good days, bad days. Super Bowl kind of blew out that whole week. But I switched over to Macro Factor, which is an app recommended by Jeff Nippard. And that's awesome. It's way cooler to log in that than MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is so bloated and so like it geared to more of a general audience, and the UX was kind of like dragging there. Where this macro factor, it's they say we're the best flow for logging food, and I gotta admit it's super fast. Their barcode scanner is massively fast. I remember so many times with my MyFitnessPal, it would like take forever to find it and then take a few seconds to load. This thing at MicroFactor is like boop boop, and you like point it to a little bit of it, and as soon as it takes a load of it, it brings up the exact food. It's awesome. The database is huge. So, but anyway, so I've been using that for a while, and it recommends calories, and that's good. I'm doing that. But then just recently, I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on RP for both the Diet Coach app, and also the Hypertrophy app. Now I got 6 months of hypertrophy. There you go. Oh, good Lord. 6 months. That was still $200, right? It's a web-based app. Pretty good. I just started doing the new program Monday. Today will be my workout number 2 for week 1. Sorry about that. That's kind of silly. Anyway, and so like one thing was crazy was I'm doing 3 days a week, full body, right? And so like I asked to select exercises, and it came with a bunch of like really funky, like exotic, fancy exercises. So like I try to change those around, and did okay. And it's just like, but one thing I did on Monday for quads was front squat, which was like cross arm. And I haven't done that in, my God. The last time I did was at Gold's. and I was like lifting a lot, and man, it hurt my shoulders. But after I did that, I don't even do it high. I mean, the heaviest weight I did was 115, and it hurt. My shoulders still hurt, but it not like sore. It's just from the weight of the bar hitting on me. At first, I used the real thick silver bar, and then I switched over to the black bar, and it didn't matter. I mean, it really tore my shoulders. So screw that. I'm just gonna do regular squats. And it was just like, I think today I'm doing just regular squats. He says high bar, which do I really have to do a high bar? I mean, I'm just gonna do low bar. I'm just doing low bar for so long, and supposedly a better biomechanic thing. So I'm gonna do bar. I'm just gonna like. I don't think that. I mean, I'll eventually work to tweak to try to get the maximum for exercise, but giving it a shot. Trying stuff, doing stuff I like and everything. One of the exercises they're gonna have me doing is the barbell hip thrust, which they actually have. We actually have a machine at Crunch that does that, and I mean, every time I see guys doing it, it looks so weird, but I'll give it a shot. And if I don't like it, I'll do something else. Maybe back extensions, I don't know. But one thing is the Hypertrophy app allows you to replace exercises, so that's good. And I mean, like I said, I'll stick with it for 6 weeks, see how it goes. 6 months. Sorry, 6 months. See how it goes. Stick with this program for 6 months. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to do 3 days full body. I mean, eventually I'll probably move that to 4 days full body. Maybe do some kind of an upper body, lower body split. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, honestly, I kind of want to stay with full body is supposedly one of the best workouts you can to maximize muscle growth. And if as long as I can keep it around an hour 15, hour 20, 3 days a week I can handle. If I can bump it up to 4, I'll add like it on a weekend, maybe on a Sunday or something like that, and we'll go for there. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, 3 days a week, full body, and we'll go from that. And it's kind of interesting after you complete each set or exercise. I can't remember each set or exercise. It asks you about joint pain and pump and intensity and that kind of stuff. And so it seems to be a pretty good algorithm. We'll see how it goes. I mean, $200. I hope it does good. And anyway, so like the base that I had been doing burn the fat, and that was with 4 day. I'm sorry, it was a 4 day upper body lower body split alternating, and they would do some exercise would be strength, some exercise would be hypertrophy, but I would do 3 days a week. So I would do like upper body, lower body, upper body, and then the next week lower body, upper body, lower body. Just keep rotating around. Exercises 1 through 4. So it'd be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1, 2, 3, and then the next Monday would be 4, and then I'd start again with 1. So like week 1 would be 1, 2, 3. Week 2 would be 4, 1, 2. Week 3 would be 3, 4, 1. That kind of thing. So it seems to be working pretty good. I'm definitely building some muscle. After 6 weeks in, I can definitely see some size going on. My weight is slowly progressing lower. Continuing to do the burn fat New Year's challenge, posting once a week, doing the AccuMeasure. Piece of shit, AccuMeasure, horrible way to measure body fat, but whatever. I mean, not like my Eufy scale is really awesome. It still has me at like 31% body fat. The AccuMeasure has me somewhere in like 22. So I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, that's like, I mean, the body fat scales have never been that accurate. So I mean, hopefully, I'm hopefully gonna get a big bonus this year. I really need to do a DEXA scan, so I can like use that as a point of reference for compared to where I am on the Eufy scale. Now, another cool thing is that Macrofactor and also I think RP, maybe Diet Coach, both of them use pictures of like as for males for like drawings, I think of like say, hey, which of these do you look close to, your upper body and your stomach, and then it gives you a fat range like 25, 25, 26, 30, something like that. And so like right now, I believe I'm putting myself somewhere in the I can't remember now. I think it's like between 20 and 25, right? Which seems pretty reasonable. Like I'm somewhere in the range of between 20 and 25% body fat. Now, one thing that I'm doing with the RP apps, and these are both doing this. I'm going for fat loss, and so both of them have me on a 6-month fat loss program. Now, if I was better at YouTube, I could show you. I probably can't. It's probably for people who pay the app. But anyway, it works through mesocycles, right? And the diet and the the hypertrophy program both work on the same thing. So I think I have 5 weeks of one a deload, and then another 5 or 4 weeks, and then I go to something I can't remember, but they got it broken down into mesocycles, and I even have one of like it's of a maintenance phase, one of a slight caloric excess. I can't remember, and then I have 2 weeks of active rest, which is where they say you don't go to the gym if you're gonna go to the gym, do like the bare minimum. But I was like, I'd easily take 2 weeks off of that. But I don't know. Let's see how it goes. The cruise is going to interrupt one of those mesocycles before I reach like active rest or, excuse me, a maintenance phase. So I don't know. One thing that is interesting about the Diet Coach app is that it goes. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you, I signed up for the beta testing. So I am now using the beta version of the Coach app, a Diet Coach app, which is definitely different than the original. And so far so good. I haven't provided any feedback because literally I've just started this week, and but it seems pretty good. It hasn't been very buggy. Also gives you so like I said, one thing that the Diet Coach app does is they emphasize macros first, right? You try to use you put in your goals, and then you put in your number of meals. Right now I'm going to 5, and then you put in when you work out. I think I have steps in there too, but I probably need to adjust that. And then it breaks down your meals by macros, right? And the old one did not list calories. The new one does list calories, but like I've been trying. I spent like hours on Sunday trying to find meals to meet those macros, and I failed miserably. I don't say miserably. I don't know. It's like I failed probably like 20-30% of the time. I could not reach my macros. So I'm just gonna keep on doing with that. I'm still kind of of the belief of like Adam from Accelerate and other people, like I think Jeff Nipper says this as well, says that if you focus on calories first, protein second, the rest carbs and fat are really minimal. I mean, it's really like personal preference. I mean, there are some things like you may want more carbs for your workout days or around workouts or blah blah blah. I mean, for me, more fat is good. The app has me doing a lot of carbs at the end for my last meal of the night, which is fine with me. I would like to think it helps me sleep better. I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna tweak that out and do what I can, and just keep cranking and just take it as it comes. But so far so good. I still have 30 days money back refund on both of those, but now I'm gonna stick it out. And so that's exciting. I'm going to the gym. I'm trying to run as much as I can. I'm doing the Publix 5K on March 1st, and I signed up for the polar opposite Peachtree again for January of 2026. Renee and I are both going to do that. So yeah, so I mean that's good. I mean we'll wait and see what when I get my bonus, and then go from there. Oh, okay. So I've almost done listening to Dr. Mike. He was a guest on Dr. Pete Attia's The Drive podcast, and they talked for like 3 hours, something like that. So I've been going through that. Super good, right? He I respect Dr. Mike. He's a really smart guy, right? And talked a ton about his steroid use and about what kind of like weight programs that he would recommend for people, blah blah blah, whatever. And he did push his app, with big surprise. But anyway, oh yeah, also I forgot to tell you. So while I'm doing the RP Coach app, I'm going to continue to log all my food into MacroFactor. It's so easy to log food. I mean, it's just like effortless. And plus, like with the Diet Coach app, since I have to plan my meals a week in advance, I don't really have to log food unless I'm making some changes. Then I just adjust it and that kind of thing, delete it or that kind of thing. So unless I'm changing the food that I originally planned for my meal plan, it's not really required to log. I just check in and try to distribute macros. I'm still trying to learn how that's going. But with the MacroFactor, I mean, I've been logging everything I can to just give me more of like a more accurate book of record of where I am with calories and macros, right? and then because for some reason Diet Coach app is not as their database is not as good as Macrofactors as far as like the accuracy of some of this kind of stuff. So anyway, I may not continue with the Diet Coach app after a year, but I have it for a year, so I'm going to try to use it for a year. So far, I really dig Macrofactor. Other than it doesn't really tell you what to eat. It's really up to you to tell you what to eat. It just gives you calories and some macros to try to follow, and you go from there. So anyway, so I'm going to continue to do both of those for a while, and we'll see how it goes. I'm very confident. I'm going to continue. Like I really kind of dig this whole mesocycle approach with taking a break, and then after 6 months, I don't know, I think I forgot what they say, but before I started both the apps, right, the Hypertrophy and the Diet Coach, I had to watch so many videos, right? They things like it's watch video 1 through 16 or something. I'm just like, oh my god, it was just like so much Dr. Mike, and then he brings over some guests and they talk about stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm just like, and also like some of the free bonuses I got for buying the 6-month plan and the 1-year plan was this one ebook called Renaissance Diet 2.0 or something like that, right? And it's so long, and it's like this ebook that encompasses all the knowledge that the RP team has accumulated about dieting. And I mean, like, okay, so here's the deal. I do not want to be a bodybuilder, okay? I do not want to be a bodybuilder. I'm 53 years old. I have no desire to do any kind of competitive bodybuilding. I don't. I want to build muscle. Getting a little jacked would be nice. I want to get my body fat to be low. I want to be healthy. And I mean, like Levia started the Burn the Fat. That's a bodybuilding. This is a bodybuilding program. They're using bodybuilding techniques to help you build muscle and lose fat, right? Which is the goal here. And also I need to incorporate more zone 2 cardio, which for me right now is running, using Galloway's walk run formula. And right now I'm doing 130 runs, 30-minute walks. And I stopped doing Morpheus because I was so tired of putting on that goddamn heart rate monitor. So I'm just like, I'm kind of winging it. I'm not really like trying to work at zone 2 like tons. I'm just trying to get in some cardio while I can. I try to walk when I go to work. I try to walk the stairs up to my floor, which is on the 8th floor, at least once, maybe twice. I've been hitting my steps pretty well. I've been trying to do some rucks, which has mostly just been walking the dog. I did manage to do that yesterday. So that was like a mile and change. It was like 25 minutes or so. But I mean, like right now I've got doing a 20-pound ruck. And I mean, walking some of these hills, man, it's easy. I need to up it. I need to up it to 25, but it's just, and then I go to 30. But and probably when I get to 30, I don't know. I may buy a 30 weight from Go Ruck. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, get some rucking in and get some cardio in, and then when it warms up here, I'll get back on the bike a little bit. I'm not doing Zwift. I'm not doing the trainer. I got too much. I'm 53. I'm not going to kill myself like I did last February, right? I'm just not. I mean, I'm doing pliability almost every day. I'm doing awesome with that. So, I mean, just keep on cranking. So health and fitness are going pretty good. I mean, I've been trying to do a regular Wheel of Life score like once a week, and I think physically I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm going to be checking out with my blood work and everything. I think at the middle of the year, and yeah, I mean, my diet's not 100%. Speaking of which, it's like I remember reading Steve Cam from Nerd Fitness. He said he tries to eat healthy 90% of the time. And I think Dr. Mike said probably like if you eat healthy about 80 to 90% of the time, you're good. So I kind of was thinking, I was like, so how is that percentage determined? Is that 80, let's just say 80%. Is that 80% of the calories being healthy? What is healthy? What would be considered? Now, obviously like Cheetos or Doritos, this is not a healthy food, right? So would it be, what's the metric here? Would it be 80% of the meals being healthy, or is it 80% of the days you eat healthy, or is it 80% of the calories that you eat healthy? Is it by week? Is it by day? I mean, that's so vague when they say, oh, you only about 90% of the time. Is the time? Okay, what time? Is it like over the course of a week? Do you eat 90%? Is it over the course of a month? Do you eat 90% of the time? Is it both? I mean, this is like, it's, I'm probably overthinking this. And I was even like thinking I would try to like get some kind of a crazy that does that, but I'm just like, whatever. So another thing interesting too is I want to talk about is that Dr. Mike starts talking with Dr. Attia about AI and the possibility for AGI. And he brought up this guy Ray Wise. Fuck, what is his name? Hold on a second, because I just bought the book by it. I'm looking this up. Hold on 1 second. I probably have it here. Hold on a second. Oh, let's see. Amazon. All right. Here we go. Ray Kurzweil. And he wrote this book called The Singularity is Near back in 2005, where he predicted artificial intelligence and everything we're seeing right now. And he also predicted that we would reach artificial general intelligence by 2028, which is only 3 years from now. So, and now they're saying maybe even sooner, 2027. So imagine 2 years from now we reach AGI. But he talked about, like, Dr. Mike was, and granted, he was really like, he's definitely a techno optimist, an AI optimist, but he was leaning off stuff that he read, not granted, selective, right? But like, especially this guy, Ray Kurzweil, he believes that the technology advancements are going to be so fast, so good, so fast that we're going to do stuff like cure all diseases in the 30s. We're going to be able to reverse aging in the 30s. We're going to be able to basically, if we can reverse aging, that could be something close to human immortality. We're going to be able to upload our brains into the cloud. Maybe not in the 30s, maybe in the 40s, right? I mean, imagine that. Okay, so first of all, like, and I asked Carmen this too. Imagine, like, 10 years from now, right? In 2035, right? I'll be 63, 64. And I could take a pill or a series of pills or take a procedure that would revert me physically to a 20-year-old. Would I do it? Fuck yeah, would I do it? Hell yes, would I do it? Are you kidding me? Reverse all forms of aging until now. Granted, you're not even talking about wiping out all diseases, so you wouldn't have to worry about getting disease. Now, of course, you can still get injured or get killed on a motorcycle. Of course, that could happen, right? And there's always nuclear war or anything like that. Or let's just say this, the singularity, and then the machines decide to kill us all. We can't do it. We're not gonna be able to do much about that, probably. Or World War III between humans, or alien invasion. Who the fuck knows, right? But I mean, like, imagine that. So that would just be amazing, right? So like all the health stuff I do now would be unnecessary. Not that I'm going to stop doing health stuff, because they could be wrong, or it could be later, or we could have war or whatever. So it's just like, but I mean, if that happens, I'd be like, fuck yeah. Another thing too is that uploading your brain to the cloud. Imagine if they got that perfected, right? And you could do that. Not only would you live forever as long as the system remained on, but that they could manipulate your environment. You could, and like I said, you could live. They could program it this where your reality was like, I mean, not only indistinguishable from reality, it could be literally anything that we could imagine. You could be living in the Lord of the Rings. You could be living in, I mean, literally anything. You could be a superhero. You could be, anything. I mean, imagine the porn aspect of that. I mean, that's just insane. But I mean, like, and the control over that, it's just mind-boggling. I mean, I just can't even imagine that. But one special thing that they talked about was they said that, imagine if you would go back in time and you would talk to somebody, say from, I don't know, like 1800. And you ask them to predict the next 50 years, and they would be like, fuck, I don't know. And then I was like, this is true, right? But then again, I mean, you have this, then supposedly Dr. Mike says this Ray Kurzweil is like right like 60 to 70% of the time with his predictions. And like, they even like, I think it was, I can't remember, Wired or something. They took his book, The Singularity is Near, 2005, and like had 8 predictions that were close to true, if not completely true, right? Talk about Wi-Fi and remote work. And anyway, so it's all very interesting stuff. And I mean, like, if I'm hopeful that I can make it to in my mid 60s, in which case things could get really fucking insanely good, right? And I mean, like, just to live forever in the cloud would be amazeballs. I mean, it really would. I mean, I can't imagine that I would ever get tired of that, right? Or anybody else would, right? You're literally, you're immortal. And let's just say for some reason the system shuts down. Well, you're already dead. So it's just like, it's just like, I mean, then it would completely change the whole like definition of alive or dead, right? I mean, and then the whole soul thing, right? I mean, so what is your soul, right? I mean, it's like what? It's probably just like something related to your consciousness, right? But if your consciousness is transferred to a computer, you never die as long as the computer's on. And when the computer shuts off, if it's stored and it can be rebooted. So anyway, so crazy shit. Also, okay, so I'll wrap it up with that, man. I highly recommend it. If it's called his podcast is called The Drive. It's Peter Attia. It's recent one. He just did put on an AMA, but it's the one before that. It's with Dr. Mike Israel or something. That's how I pronounce his name. It's super good, super long, very awesome. I'm a big fan of both these guys. So anyway, so recently, a couple weeks ago, I went over to Mom and Dad's and filmed Mom talking about. Try to get this centered. Talking about stuff, mostly about New Orleans and about her past. So I got her to talk about 20 minutes. I had some pre-questions for her that turned out terrible, so I just let her talk, which was the best. So I'm going to post that soon. I would like to edit it a little bit. I still haven't gotten to the part on PTYA on editing iMovie, which is also a terrible video. He just whizzes right through it, so it's just like, I mean, it's kind of terrible, Ellie. You're great, but that video is terrible. I might try to find some tutorials on iMovie. At some point, I would like to get Final Cut and learn how to do that. It'd be to do some real editing, maybe a bonus. So anyway, so I really want to. I haven't given up on the whole YouTube thing. I'm going to continue. It's just going a little bit slower this quarter, but I think I'm going to focus on it for Q2. We'll get some Carmen's Corner videos up. We'll start working with all that. We got a lot of equipment, so I'm excited. We used a tripod to film Mom. It worked well. And yeah, so a lot of fun things coming up here. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this long, again, I'm very impressed with you. I looked at some of the analytics. There are most people that drop off within a minute or two. So if you made it this far, right, you made it. So anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. All right, bye.